Okay. Never let it be said that the French have no sense of humour. A peace treaty, reparations, humiliation, defeat, the removal of military forces out of contested areas, all done in the Palace of Versailles, hopefully in the Hall of Mirrors, because that would just be chef's kiss. And all done in the sure and certain knowledge that Donald Trump doesn't have sufficient grasp of basic modern history to know about the Paris Peace Conference and the Treaty of Versailles and the humiliation of 1919. Of course, that peace treaty led to fascism, but we have that already. So, in some ways, we don't need to worry. I joke, of course, but I wonder how future historians will view this moment. What will they compare it to? The Paris Accords of 1973, perhaps, or the Treaty of Versailles itself. What it is perhaps without comparison, an imperial power that's been ratcheting for this specific war for 40 years, that's encouraged to do it by Israel, that has managed to, other administrations have managed to duck that particular bullet. And they've finally gone for it. It's been an epic, world-changing defeat, a disaster of unprecedented proportions, one whose effects we will still be experiencing, and its world-changing effects we'll be experiencing in 5 years' time, 10 years' time. What will they make of it? Well, and the product really of not just one hubristic fool, but obviously of an entire system of decision making that has come to almost collapse, partly because of the evisceration of the State Department and the Pentagon under Trump, but also because of a kind of institutional and social kind of weariness that has embraced kind of late imperial America, this inability, refusal to think about consequences, to believe in this kind of militarized exceptionalism that is kind of exemplified in these ridiculous characters like P. Hegseth. There's a huge amount that historians will be poring over for decades from this moment. But what this moment does signify is almost the irrevocable end of American influence in the Middle East, and perhaps following on from that, Israeli influence, because Trump was quick enough to throw Netanyahu under the bus today and say things about Israel that actually countless American presidents have thought, but only one has really had the the cojones to say out loud. The thing around Trump is that obviously kind of this horrible, mendacious, vile, corrupt, vulgar fool, but the one that occasionally says it how it is periodically. You've got to wait, you've got to watch, and you've got to, sift through a lot of unpleasantness. But occasionally, as a stop clock tells the right time twice a day, so periodically does Donald Trump actually disclose something that's real. And what he has to say about Netanyahu, I believe, is probably what any US president would say. But he's the one who is just kind of the right character to articulate it. Anyway, next on the podcast, we'll do something on this tomorrow.